How to make a good and detailed OC. First of all, there are no bad OCs. Some people enjoy having characters that just live their life with no crazy story. Some people enjoy OCs that just look cool. Those people prioritize character design over story. But if you're an author like me, you might want to bring some complexity to your characters, something that makes them special or unique, something that makes them feel like they're actual people with real lives and emotions tying into that. Well, this is my short but sweet tutorial on how to make that happen. First, I'm going to go over how to get the idea. Maybe you already have one, but I'll teach you how to make an OC from absolute scratch. Art style choices not included, since that's kind of personal, I think. I have timestamps on this video, so skip over to the part you are most interested in if you want. First, make a Pinterest board and put all of the pins in there you find cool that don't entirely represent yourself. Maybe pins with a style you really like but don't wear or really want to. Put some crazy haircuts in it, interesting or weird quotes, just anything. Continue to group these pins into sections like appearance, lifestyle, outfit, aesthetics, etc. After that, be aware of what world they live in. Fantasy? Real life? What kind of city? What kind of society? This is all very important for a character. For example, somebody who grew up in a richer neighborhood will oftentimes casually dehumanize people that weren't and not realize it. Somebody who grew up in a colder area will definitely feel like 20 degrees Celsius is summer, close weather. Someone who grew up in a bigger family will have different priorities and friend groups than somebody who maybe was an only child. On that note, it is incredibly important to research on their ethnic backgrounds. Culture and how people that aren't a part of it treat the people that are can shape a person greatly. 3. Write down your favorite things about your favorite shows or movies and pick out what would you like to use for your character. Example here. In the AMC's adaptation of Interview with the Vampire, it is pretty prominent that the vampires don't know if God is really real, as religious symbols don't do anything. And one of my OCs is presumably a fallen angel. As it is never proven she is one, I took inspiration from how the characters in Interview with the Vampire act around the topic of God. 4. Fill out some character sheets and make their character hub. It helps you get a good overview of your OC. Character Hub is this website where you can make out your character's appearance, what kind of music they represent, what their vibe is, their background, their backstory even, some connections to other characters you might have or not have yet. But it is, as I said, a great way to look at what you already have, and you can also add some stuff in the future. It's generally a great tool I've been using for ages. 5. Make a playlist with songs you think might fit them and listen to it for as long as you think is necessary. What I mean by that is you listen until you get a few key scenarios. Maybe you can understand more how they act, but I feel like music can act as a great inspiration or muse for creating your characters. As for the part on how to make them complex and deep, it is way more easy than you think it might be. Make a mind map with all the information you gathered so far. Scenarios, background, looks, family dynamics, MBTI personality type, and such. Then, expand it as much as you can. Simple things like, oh, they're extroverted? Have they always been? Did they ever change? Did their childhood tie into that? What habit in their childhood that sticks with them until now also has to do with their being an extrovert? Has that anything to do with what they fear? What do they fear? Etc., etc. Even if the answers are quite simple, it can add such a great depth to your character. Here are some examples of what kind of questions you can go in depth into, or what kind of aspects might make your character most lifelike. After that, I suggest you sit with it a little bit. Draw them maybe a little bit if you have your character design already. Just think about them before you consider them finished. And Once you feel like you've slept over it, you can write short scenarios about things in their childhood or major events that happened to them. It doesn't matter how long and how detailed, just be considerate of how they act and think about why they act these certain ways. For example, in my upcoming book Spiritor, there's this one scene where after a traumatic event from the main character, she decides to do a fashion show with her friend Zeptis. This happens because firstly, it's a natural trauma response right after an event to do something completely different than anticipated. It's called false dichotomy. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm German, I'm sorry. But basically it's a logical error when presented with two choices, the person experiencing the trauma might do something completely out of order. And she, as in Dot, the main character, chooses to do a fashion show because that's what she used to do as a child, and her friend Zeptis also has a great interest in fashion, and that's just what they decide to do. So yeah, odd and weird things can also be very helpful. After doing those things, I believe you have a lot together for your character already, and you can just add things onto it. Play around with your character, just do random shit, like anything that gets into your mind. Eventually they will shape into a person you would actually know or meet in real life, or like that you can imagine actually walking this earth, or any earth for that matter. I don't know, they live in a fantasy world. But yes, just sit with them and make them whatever you want them to be. Thank you for watching. I'm Ned is Tired.